So let's talk about Bigbear AI. Is this company about to become the Pentagon's new go-to partner? It all starts with this super quiet but really important government announcement that almost nobody noticed.
All right, so picture this. It's late on a Friday evening. Wall Street's done for the week. You're probably already thinking about your weekend plans. It's kind of the perfect time for the government to drop a huge document if they don't want it to make a ton of waves, right? And yeah, that is exactly what happened. The Pentagon just quietly pushes out its brand new national defense strategy. And look, this isn't some boring, dusty old report. We're talking about a document that literally maps out where trillions of dollars in defense spending are headed. It's basically the treasure map for the entire defense industry. So you gotta ask, right? What in the world does this giant strategic plan have to do with one specific AI company? And how do all the little clues buried in this thing point straight at Bigbear AI? Well, that's exactly what we're gonna unpack. Okay, so first things first, we need to get a handle on the company at the heart of all this. Who or what is Bigbear AI, and what's this whole decision intelligence thing they talk about? So, at its core, Bigbear AI basically builds tech that helps people make sense of pure chaos. Imagine you have these massive, messy piles of data. It's just noise. Their AI comes in, finds the hidden patterns, predicts what could happen next, and then gives that insight to a human so they can make a much smarter, faster decision. And this is especially crucial when the stakes are, sky high. And they're not just a one-trick pony. They apply this tech all over the place. I mean, sure, their bread and butter is defense and intelligence, but they're also deep into cybersecurity, untangling complex supply chains, and even getting into healthcare. That diversification, that's a really smart part of their whole game plan. Okay, now here's where it gets really interesting. Let's talk about their growth strategy, because it is aggressive. Bigbear isn't just sitting back and hoping for the best. Nope. They're out there actively buying other companies to snatch up their tech and their customers. I want to show you two recent deals that tell you everything you need to know. All right, first up, a company called Sear. This is a super specialized AI company that's all about making our borders safer. Their tech uses what's called computer vision, which basically just means they teach computers how to see and understand images. So, it helps customs agents automatically flag sketchy cargo coming through our ports. It's a huge step in modernizing that critical first line of defense. Now, that move was a big deal, for sure. But honestly, it was just the warm-up act. Because just 3 weeks later, 3 weeks, Bigbear made an even bigger move. In fact, it was the largest acquisition they have ever made. Get this, they dropped $250 million, $250 million to buy a company called Ask Sage. A price tag like that screams that this isn't just some casual tech buy. No way. This was a massive, strategic bet on where they think the future of AI in government is headed. So what's Ask Sage? Well, it's a secure, generative AI platform. The easiest way to think about it is like a private, super secure chat GPT that's built specifically for the spy world, defense, intelligence, you name it. And the kicker? It's already being used by over 100,000 government employees. So Bigbear didn't just buy some cool tech. They bought an instant massive user base. And this just lays out their strategy perfectly. The CEO of Bigbear, a guy named Kevin McCallan, he said it best. He was like, look, our customers don't just want powerful AI. They need AI that is secure, scalable, and ready to go on a mission right now. And with this Ask Sage deal, that's exactly what they delivered. But here's the thing. These big money acquisitions, they aren't happening in a vacuum. It's not just about Bigbear's own moves. There is a massive tailwind pushing them forward. And that tailwind is a gigantic surge in government spending. And honestly, who better to captain the ship in these waters than their CEO? This guy, Kevin McCallan, he's not just some tech exec. He's the former U.S. Secretary of Homeland Security. Think about that advantage. He has the connections, he knows exactly how the government buys things, and he has a front row seat to where all that money is about to go. And speaking of money, you want to see the number that's lighting a fire under all of this? $338.7 billion. That's the size of the defense spending bill the House just approved. I mean, that's the jet fuel for this entire operation. Okay, so let's tie this all back to that Pentagon strategy document from the beginning, the one they released on that quiet Friday night. It basically boils down to 4 big priorities. You've got defending the U.S. homeland, of course, deterring China, strengthening alliances, all important stuff. But it's that 4th one. That's the one that should make your ears perk up. That last point is the real key here. The goal is to supercharge the U.S. defense industrial base. Now, what does that jargon actually mean? It means the Pentagon is basically sending up a flare, saying they want to speed up innovation by working with newer, non-traditional tech companies. It's an open invitation for players like Bigbear AI to come in and help them modernize. And this is where Bigbear is playing chess, not checkers. They aren't just focused on the military. They're making a really smart pivot into civilian infrastructure too. For example, their biometric platform, Veriscan, is now being rolled out in airports. It's paid for by federal grants, which means it creates nice, steady, recurring contracts, and it makes their relationship with U.S. Customs even stronger. It's just a brilliant move.
So let's put it all together. You've got these smart, strategic acquisitions, you've got a CEO who's the ultimate government insider, and you've got this massive wave of spending about to crash down. So what's next? What does the road ahead really look like for Bigbear AI?
I mean, this really sums it all up, doesn't it? You have Bigbear AI sitting right at the intersection of four massive, powerful trends. You've got artificial intelligence, huge defense spending, a focus on border security, and the push for new civilian infrastructure. They're not just riding a single wave. They're in the middle of a perfect storm of opportunity. And that brings us to the big final question. The strategy seems solid, the leadership is definitely there, the market opportunity is absolutely huge. But at the end of the day, it all comes down to execution. Can Bigbear AI actually take these small pilot programs and turn them into massive, profitable, long-term government contracts? Can they scale up and become the AI defense giant they're trying to be? Well, that's the multi-billion-dollar question, isn't it?